Ankh and Ma'at family, Ankh and Ma'at, come on in. We know that we're late. You can imagine that our travel, we are in Ghana, West Africa right now. We were in Kemet about a week ago.
Yes.
Our travel was delayed, so it's taken a little while for us to come live to you. We just want to say Ankh and Ma'at to you. We want to say that we're so pleased that the family is still going to gather, even though we are in a different hemisphere. We're standing here at the site of the Atlantic Ocean. Can you see that behind us? It is a place that is beautiful. It is a place that is magnificent. It is a place that's serene, but also a place that great pain has occurred in. As we stand here just a few miles away from the what sometimes are called the castles, and diasporan Africans like ourselves bristle at that phrase. They are dungeons. They are the places that our ancestors were taken before they were forced on that trail of blood called the Middle Passage and then into enslavement in what the Europeans like to call the New World. So as we stand here, we are reminded of the fact that we must remember the journeys that our ancestors have taken. We must celebrate their resilience. We must celebrate their struggle. We must complete their unfinished work. We must do the work to celebrate their finished work. And so we're going to turn things over to Aboot Wasseret today. We'll be talking a bit more about this journey that some of our ancestors have taken through her own life story. And I think that that is fascinating as well. So this is a special Kemetic Ascension. Anik and I come to you from Ghana, West Africa. Aboot Wasseret comes to you from the other side of the Atlantic, closer to where most of you are. And we believe that this conversation should be an instructive one.
Yeah. So we're so happy to see that you're here with us. We're glad that you joined us, even though we are probably an hour late. But a lot's going on where we are. We actually just came to see our home in a Sable. So we decided to try and see that first. And then we decided we wanted to say hello to our family at home because we haven't forgotten you. And we wanted to just spread as much myrrh as we could from across the ocean. So hopefully you're all excited. We're so happy to have Aboot Wasseret speaking with you today. She has so much to share. And unfortunately, we won't be able to stay with you for the whole session, but you are definitely in good hands. So Aboot Wasseret, we turn this over to you.
Can we say Shem and Ma'at, go forth in divine balance? We'll see you back on the other side of the Atlantic really soon.
Dua and Tepi Jabari and Tepi Anika. So enjoy yourself, and I'll see you when you get back. Okay, so my name is Aboot Wasseret, and I welcome you to Ascension, Kemetic Ascension, August the 14th, 2022. And thank you for tuning in. And you know how we do in the Shrine of my aunt. Before we do anything of importance, we perform the opening of the way. So please stand and get into the pose of adoration, which is the left foot forward, left hand forward, right foot back, right hand slightly back. Take a deep breath and chant the word for life, which is Ankh. Anachrak in bet het, nuke in bet het. Anachrak hapi, nuke hapi to our u and tur. We're going to turn to the left. Anachrak circuit, nuke circuit. Anachrak keps nuke keps nuke to our u and tur. Anachrak ast, nuke ast. Anachrak amset, nuke amset to our u and tur. Anachrak neat, nuke neat. Anachrak dwamutef, nuke dwamutef to our u and tur. Anachrak newt, nuke newt. Anachrak geb, nuke geb to our u and tur. Anachrak shu, Shoot, 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 nuke shoot. And let's try tefnut, 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 nuke tefnut, to a u and ter. And let's rock paut interu, nuke paut interu. And let's rock imbu interu, nuke imbu interu, to a u and ter. Take a deep breath. To a u and ter. Thank you to the divine. So the next thing that we usually do for Kemetic Ascension, we usually have a little Hesi. So today's Hesi, I think I'm going to sing, let's see, the Asar Hesi, okay? And the words are Iyau, Iyau, Iyasu, Asar Neferu, which means praise, praise, praise. Asar, the most perfect. Di'i Sa'a Neteru, which means give me divine wisdom. So here we go. Iyau, 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 Asar Neferu, boom, 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 boom. Iyau, 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 Asar Neferu, boom, 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 boom. Di Sa Neteru, boom, 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 boom. Di Sa Neferu, boom, 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 boom. Asar, 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 ah, ah. 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 Iya, ooh, boom, boom, boom. Iya, ooh, boom, boom, boom. Iya, boom, 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 boom. Asar, Neferu, boom, 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 boom. Iya, boom, boom, boom. Iya, boom, boom, boom. Iya, boom, 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 boom. Asar, Neferu, dum, 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 dum. Di Sa Neferu, boom, 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 boom. Di Sa Neferu, boom, 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 boom. Asar, 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 ah, ah. 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 Okay, so now that we're finished with the Hesi, now we're going to go on and talk about the word from the Sebait. So today, I just wanted to share something with you with the Shrine of Ma'at, with everybody. I just got my African Ancestry results, and I'm so excited. So I wanted to share this with you. So I'm going to hold up the certificate of ancestry. I hope you can see. And I'm just going to read it. It says, African Ancestry hereby certifies that Leslie Jackson shares maternal genetic ancestry with the Bubi people living in Bioko Island, or Bioko Island, Equatorial Guinea, and Fulani, Hausa, and Tikar peoples living in Cameroon. So right now, I'm so excited. I just got this 2 days ago, and I've been trying to read up on all the different groups that I have I share lineage with. So I feel overwhelmed. I feel joyful. I'm just so happy. So I would just like to say I am so thankful for African Ancestry for developing a platform for African Americans and other Africans stolen from the motherland to find out the tribes or tribes that they belong to. I'm also thankful to the Neter for waking up our people, by exposing our lies and bringing the truth to light so that we can find out who we truly are and connect back to the motherland. So I just wanted to put that out there. So I'm just going to read to you some of the information that I have found out about the Booby tribe. I have not gotten a chance to really dig deep because, like I said, I just found out 2 days ago. But I just wanted to read you a few things that I found out about this tribe. Okay. So I found out that I share ancestry. Okay, I already told you that already. From what I read, um, the Bioko Island is a very beautiful place. A Portuguese explorer from the 15th century named the island Formosa, or beautiful. After an English explorer named Henry M. Stanley saw the island in 1884, he named it the Pearl of the Gulf of Guinea. This is how beautiful this island is, okay? Now, this is something else that I'm really admiring. I'm admiring these people over. It says the Booby people were not having it when it came to strangers coming to their shores, okay? One Portuguese explorer in the 17th century referred to the Booby people as a savage and cruel people. And I will comment about that later. The Europeans were intimidated by the Boobies' legendary savagery. An English vessel stopped by for fresh water, found itself stalked by boatloads of patrolling the people, the tribesmen, and the tribesmen attacked the sailors with their deadly spears, and every man on board was killed. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I am happy that the Booby people were distrustful of these slave hunting Europeans and defended their territory. If not, the Booby people most likely would have found themselves shackled in the bows of those slave ships headed to the Americas. So I also found out that the Booby people were farmers and hunters. They grew yams, they hunted buffalo, deer, antelope, porcupines, and fish. Now they had a division of labor, okay? The men were mostly responsible for hunting, building, making weapons, fishing, and making palm oil. The women would make pots, weave baskets, perform household chores, plant and cultivate the yams. Booby society was matriarchal, okay? Lineage was traced through the mother's line. There was great importance placed on having girl children because they believed girls perpetuated the family. Girls were the eyes of the home. Now, several of the present day Booby people are a combination of different tribes. Many of them carried the bloodlines from slaves who escaped from Sao Tome in the 19th century. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. The Creole people, descendants of Americo-Liberians, also known as Fernandos, who arrived in the 19th century. The Cuban indentured servants, the slaves brought to the region during the 17th century and again in the 19th century. The Brazilian indentured servants brought to the region during the 17th century. Asian workers who were brought to the island during the 19th century. Spaniards and Portuguese. Fang people who began immigrating in large numbers by the mid-20th century. Many helped run the Roman Catholic missions. Other ethnic groups indigenous to Equatorial Guinea and West Central Africa. Furthermore, a part of the population may have bloodlines inherited from North Africa. African slaves traded into the region over centuries. Studies have shown considerable evidence of North African genetic markers among the region's indigenous population. So it says descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. The Bubi people are one out of 50 ethnic groups in Africa from where the African ancestors of most African descendants in the Americas originate. People extracted from the kingdom and forced into the transatlantic slave trade were among 24.4% of all those exported out of the Bight of Biafra region. In the United States, genealogical research indicates that many African American families, namely the Knights, Johnsons, and the Baldwins of Georgia, Michigan, and Ohio, are direct descendants of the Bubi people. Okay, so if you know me, you know I like to keep it short and sweet. So I'm just going to let you know that I'm excited about researching the different tribes that I share lineage with. I feel very thankful and a bit overwhelmed. The next tribe I will research is the Hausa tribe. I find myself attracted to their ancient spiritual belief system called the Bori. And the Bori is a pre-Islamic religion of the Hausa people. So I would like to ask you, what are your thoughts? Has anyone taken the African ancestry test yet? How would you feel? So these are my questions for you. Next time we have Kemetic Ascension, maybe we can have a further conversation about this topic. Like I said, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. And you know how what we do in the Shrine of Ma'at, we close with the oldest written prayer called the Amasu. And it goes like this. Amasu impotenter. Sauksu emetara impotenter. Autu, aura, maketipa harura. Which means give yourself to the one most high, keep yourself daily for the one most high, and let tomorrow be as today. To Ra and Tear, I hope you enjoyed this Kemetic Ascension, even though it was short. But I just really wanted to share this information with you. And I hope more people, more African Americans and people from the diaspora take this African ancestry test, so they too can find out what tribe they're from. So Tua'u and Ter, thank you to the divine. Shemahotep, go in peace.